Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know this is probably the first thing that you're seeing as you're waking up, but this is not clickbait. GTA 6 has been delayed for the second time, and I've got my PS5 controller here. I bought this PS5 preparing for GTA 6 to be released around now, because at first they said it was coming out in late 2025. But on the 2nd of May 2025, they announced that they would be delaying its release until the 26th of May 2026. And I thought, okay, you know, they got to do what they got to do for the game, but now they've announced that it's delayed until the 19th of November 2026. 378 days from now. Don't piss me off. I suggest you don't piss me off. That's why I had to quote tweet this, man. Hi, everyone. GTA 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. Shut up, man. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida and a return to the modern day Vice City. Thank you for teaching us about the importance of discipline, Rockstar Games. I know, man. Young people are too focused on instant self-grab. Bro, shut up, man. I want the game to drop, man. No one's trying to hear all of that. Now, this didn't feel right to me because this is going to be the biggest video game of all time. Of all time. Absolute facts. The hype is unmatched, and you guys were getting onto me for a video I made months ago where I spoke about how GTA 6 might be the biggest flop ever. I didn't think it would be. You know, I don't want it to be a flop. I'm as hyped for this game as you are. I'm just being real. And it seems like there are a bunch of investors who think the game won't live up to expectations. Not the same expectations that us, the consumers, have, but in terms of how much money it's going to bring in. Because it's all about the money at the end of the day, guys. So in this video, we're going to talk about how Take-Two Entertainment, the parent company for Rockstar and also the owners of 2K, the people who make that big basketball game 2K, they were also rumored to be working on a football game because we know EA Sports didn't end up renewing their partnership with FIFA that they've had for ages. That's why we have FC 26, that absolute dog shit of a game. Nothing to grind for in that game, man. But in the last couple of hours, Take-Two Entertainment has lost over $3 billion in market cap. And for the first quarter of 2025, they reported losses in excess, well, higher than $3 billion as well. Obviously, stock prices fluctuate. That's not a big deal. You know, big news has just been released. The biggest video game of all time has just been delayed. But in the last quarter, Take-Two also lost $130 million. So investors are probably looking at that like, hey, when is the money coming in? You're just delaying the money coming in. They're putting everything on GTA 6. Take-Two, the company, the parent company, could be in serious trouble. So leave a like on the video, my people. Let's get that out of the way, my lovelies. Leave a like if you're hyped for GTA 6. GTA 6 lost 7% in after hours market trading because the market is not open right now. I don't know if that was strategic for them to announce this when the markets were not open, but after the delay was announced, no, I'm not making an account, bro. But it says here 7%. That is 3.2 billion pounds of their market cap lost in hours. And when the market's open, it might be a lot more than that. And Rockstar Games have also been accused of firing 30 to 40 workers for attempting to form a union. And this was about a week before the delay was announced. The Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, which represents people working in the gaming sector, said 31 workers were fired from Rockstar Studios on the 30th of October. The union led rallies outside the company's offices in Edinburgh and London on Thursday to protest what it described as the most blatant and ruthless act of union busting in the history of the games industry. The BBC has approached Rockstar's parent company Take-Two Interactive for comment, which has reportedly claimed staff were sacked for sharing confidential information. Last week, we took action against a small number of individuals who were found to be distributing and discussing confidential information in a public forum, a violation of our company policies, a Rockstar spokesperson told Bloomberg. This was in no way related to people's right to join a union or engage in union activities. At large video game studios, information about game development is tightly controlled, with employees often signing agreements not to share confidential information. Because I don't know if you guys remember in 2022 when GTA 6 was leaked, I think when an employee's son leaked gameplay, Rockstar is not playing with these leaks anymore, but we've all worked, you know, and you know when a company wants you out of there, they can do anything, they can say whatever to get you out of there. But who knows? Who knows? Rockstar's upcoming GTA 6 is expected to be one of the best-selling games of all time, with fans clamoring for any news ahead of its May 2026 release date, meaning security around any information information will be heightened at the studio, but Union President Alex Marshall accused Rockstar of deflecting from the real reason for firing staff. So this is a lot of controversy going on, man. Well, I think there's shareholder pressures because this game is projected to be the first game ever to exceed $2 billion in development costs. Gaming has changed a lot. You know, microtransactions have become ridiculous with games. Games have been getting released that are not completed. FIFA 26, you know, FC 26, a game that I've always bought every year, even this year, that I won't be buying next year, has become so bad the grind is not even worth it. The grind for the first month or two used to be the most fun part. The grind is not worth it anymore. They give you a bunch of untradables, a bunch of pointless cards that make grinding unnecessary, and everything is just to encourage you to put more money into the game. Everything. But the executives who would work at a big, you know, big gaming company like Take-Two, they've only got their jobs because they promised, you know, the people who put them in that job that they're going to make them as much money as they can. And there might be hedge funds, you know, there's loads of investment companies, you know, that might have been holding on to Take-Two stock. And because of this delay, maybe they needed a return at this time. Maybe they were expecting this, so that's why they've sold the stock. Or maybe they're just taking an opportunity, sell the stock as soon as this news is out, watch the stock go down a bit, buy the dip, and then when it goes back up, you've made money. Or short the stock. The process of shorting a stock is when you borrow the shares from someone or, you know, a financial institution, sell them straight away, wait a bunch of time, and then buy the shares back at a lower price and give them back to the institution. But you know, shorting stock is a risky game. I shorted Bitcoin and I ended up getting liquidated. So hey, you don't take risks. No risk, no reward, bro. You know, it is what it is. And I don't know if you guys remember Cyberpunk, you know, a game that had such a terrible release they removed it from the PlayStation Store. This is more recent, but my memory is No Man's Sky. I remember that game promised this, that, and then it had none of it when it was released. Consumers are tired of that. They don't want to buy an unfinished product. So for Rockstar, it works out better for them if they delay the game, because I'll show you guys this. GTA 5 is still selling over 5 million copies in the last 3 months. In the last 3 months, it's sold over 5 million copies. Red Dead Redemption has hit nearly 80 million copies, and I know that Red Dead Redemption is the best-selling game over the last 7 years. Maybe behind the scenes in the studio, because we need to remember companies, they do a lot of outsourcing, and for them to keep things private while doing outsourcing is very difficult. This is a 6-month additional delay. What could be happening to possibly delay the game for 6 months? Well, if you're a game developer, let me know in the comment section below, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Are you annoyed? I'm very annoyed, bro, because I'm just ready to stream GTA 6 and go clear off of gaming. That is what I'm gonna do. I'd have done a face reveal by the time this game comes out. I'm becoming a gaming YouTuber at that point. Like, I'm gonna go clear. But with people holding the stocks, there's gonna be people holding the stock who want a quicker return. There's gonna be people who are in it for the long game. There's a whole lot of things going on here, man. And creating a modern game in this day and age is crazy. There's a lot more things. They have to have their own online servers. They have to make sure the graphics are TT. There's so much they actually need to do. You know, they need to verify songs that they're gonna put in the game. Songs that they're gonna put in the game. Hey, leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We know Rockstar strict with their NDAs, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love to every single one of you guys. I'll probably see you guys later today, actually. I think I gotta respond to that idiot scam your leads, bro. Gotta watch that video, but peace.